Hello students, today in your geometry class we're going to be working on kites and trapezoids. So to start, let's try working on practice problems 1 and 2. So this would be a good time for you to pause your screen and try to solve these problems. Hopefully you've paused the screen and we're now just checking answers. Now, because example 1 is a rhombus and the diagonals of a rhombus bisect the angles, that means that angle 3 equals 58 degrees. And because angle 2 is the diagonal that where the diagonals intersect, that means that angle 2 is perpendicular, so it's 90 degrees. Now, because angle 3 and the angle which is unnamed is also 58, that means on the top left triangle, which is 180 degrees, we have angle 2 which is 90, the unnamed angle which is 58, then we need to subtract all of that from 180 to get angle 1, which is the 1 equals 180 minus 58 minus 90. Which is equal to 32 degrees. Angle 4, because it is the bisected angle, is also 32 degrees. Example 2 is also a rhombus. So because we have angle 30 which is given, we know that angle 4 is 30 degrees because of alternate interior angles. We know angle 1 is 90 degrees. And because we have on the bottom triangle a whole triangle, that means the sum of those angles have to be 180. Therefore, angle 2 equals 60 degrees. And because angle 3 and angle 2 are part of that bisected angle rule, that means angle 3 is also 60 degrees. So the purpose of this lesson is that at the end of it, you should be able to identify parts of a trapezoid and a kite. But over theorem 615 says that the base angles of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent. So just to recap, a trapezoid is this figure here where we have one set of parallel lines and the diagonals are isosceles, so they're congruent. In theorem 615, it says the diagonals of an isosceles trapezoid are congruent, which means that this angle and this angle are congruent. And let's go over the last four. It says consecutive angles of a trapezoid are supplementary. That means that this angle and this angle are supplementary. Okay, the diagonals of a kite form perpendicular angles. A kite has two pairs of congruent sides. And a kite has one pair of congruent angles. So let's try to crack this problem really quick. So in example 1, we have an isosceles trapezoid. And because the two left angles are supplementary, then we have 4x plus 6x plus 20 equals 180. We have 10x 20 equals 180. We're going to subtract 20 to both sides. We get 10x equals 160 and x equals 16. For example 2, we have a kite. And in the kite, we know that angle 1 is a 90-degree angle because it says the diagonals are perpendicular. That means the unnamed angle to the right of angle 1 is also 90. And in the top right triangle, we now have a right triangle whose sum is 180. So we know angle 2 equals 180 minus 27 minus 90, which means that angle 2 is equal to 63 degrees. And because angle 2 is 62 degrees, we know that angle 3 should also be the same because the diagonals of that bisect each other. Therefore, angle 3 is also 63 degrees. Now it's your turn. Try these two problems, put them on your notes, and we'll talk about them tomorrow in class. That's all for now. See you guys next time.